Hello, this is Joselyn Lua and you're watching AggieTV. Today I have the opportunity to interview the director, Dan Forer, and the producer, Bob Burris, from the movie Sample This.
I'm Dan Forer and I'm the director of the film.
And my name's Bob Burris and I'm the producer of the movie. I met Dan a couple of years ago and he told me the story about this movie. And it was so amazing that I said, you know, I love this and how can I help you do it? Essentially it's the story of the song Apache by a group called the Incredible Bongo Band. It's the most sampled piece of music in the history of hip hop. It's been used by everybody from Amy Winehouse to Jay-Z to Kanye West to Nas. And it's really the amazing story of how it started as an obscure piece of music done by some anonymous studio musicians back in the early 70s.
I realized what their impact was on hip hop, and I mean that little piece of music that was recorded in 1973 is still relevant in 2013, and people continue to use it and incorporate it into hip hop.
All these incredible storylines that came together to launch this obscure piece of music into being something that everyone has heard hundreds of times before, even if they may not realize it.
Did you have any personal connection with hip hop?
For me, the film is more about the Incredible Bongo Band because I heard the music when I was a teenager and it just stuck in my brain. And I was curious about where this group came from, and I learned a little bit about them, but there was an article in the New York Times, and that's what inspired me to make the film.
One of the biggest challenges creatively was that there's so much information and so many interesting people involved, trying to get it all laid down in an 82-minute movie. It was a fun challenge, but it was a challenge because there's so much information.
I really had to dig deep and find all these people and talk to them and start to piece the story together.
It's been an amazing journey for the last 3 years?
Almost 4.
Almost 4 years getting the movie to the screen. So.
Well, thank you very much for allowing me to interview. It was a pleasure.
Are you saying we don't look like hip-hop kind of guys?
Well, because usually hip-hop...
No.